Are you interested in effortlessly growing your Bitcoin portfolio? I sure am. The Bitcoin credit card by Gemini earns you Bitcoin back on every purchase. Use it like any credit card. Buy lunch, gas, or your weekly groceries, and you'll earn up to 4% back instantly in Bitcoin or one of over 50 other cryptos straight to your account. All that with no annual fee, and right now you can grab a $200 Bitcoin welcome bonus. It's the easiest way to start building your Bitcoin stack. Go to Gemini.com/card to learn more. Terms apply. See the link in the description for more information regarding rates and fees.
Always follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
This hour sponsored by Better. Better Picks, a daily fantasy sports app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download Better or visit better.app now. Sign up today. Get free money and no deposit necessary. Download Better or visit better.app now. Up to a $200 bonus. Go get it. Welcome aboard. Good to have you.
Coming up in this hour, we will update the current numbers on first coach fired in the NFL. We touched on that with Mike Palm last hour. And the guy that he brought up, his odds plummeted after what happened on Sunday. Matt Youmans on the program. Best bets in baseball, college football, the NFL. Who he's thinking at using Survivor this weekend in the National Football League, Pauly, and baseball games that we have coming up.
Are you still in, by the way?
What one?
Here.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you did survive.
Well,
I'm Survivor.
I'm not looking at Larry saying, hey, Larry, buddy, we survived. But yes. I took it on the chin by having 5 here alone in Circle last week.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I'm
hanging in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Good for you.
You're out completely?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, man. Out of everything.
All right. So let's get into some baseball here.
Yep.
Cubs on top of the Brewers 4-1. Second inning. Tigers 9-3 over the Mariners. That's in the top of the ninth. That game, by the way, according to the schedule I'm looking at right now, Game 5 would be at 1 o'clock Pacific time on Friday. So they would have the early game.
Well,
I'm guessing unless the Blue Jays beat the Yankees tonight.
Right.
But if we get a Game 5 there, they'll put the Yankees in prime time.
Well, got it. The 3-0 against Skubal, but that's a tough assignment.
So here's the thing.
They let one get away here, and the Game 1 fiasco as well. I'm so sick of this balls and strikes stuff. It's my strike zone. It's not the rule book. It's a guy throws a pitch right down the middle. It's called a ball.
Yep.
Two pitches later, they're behind and they lose.
All right, so here's the Opta Stats tweet from last night after the game. Yankees first team Major League Baseball postseason history to be down by 5 runs or more and in danger of being swept to come back and win. 0-38 lifetime in that spot to avoid a multi-game series sweep. And now you think that they have life, obviously, not only in this game, big-time pitching matchup. Schlittler goes against a bullpen game. And then you think for the series as well. I'm going to like the Blue Jays' chances if the number is right to come back with Gausman in Game 5. But
yeah, he was good. Man, that place will be rocking. But you look at Seattle and you look at Toronto, and it's about, can you win the big game? And can you win as an organization? Now, Toronto hasn't won a series since 2016, and the Mariners haven't made the ALCS since 2001. You're the better team than Detroit. This shouldn't have happened. And you should have won Game 1, I know, but what happened with the offense in the first game? That was another thing. Pitching chaos shouldn't hold you to 2 runs. So I think they're going to be tight. And I think it could backfire on them. And they come out and they're tight, and Skubal throws a gem, and they go home after that great season. And certainly the Wu injury sucks.
Terrible.
But with this tonight, I just think Schlittler's too good. But it's a fate of Toronto's pitching staff is what it is.
Big time.
And it's over 4.5 runs. Judge is up to $2.40 to have a walk. Guerrero's now $1.20. That's just at least at Caesars. But Judge is hitting 500 in the series. He's been great. He goes deep. You blow the 6-1 lead. I think they're going to be tight. Tough place to play. Crowd's going to be all over them. And then it's Varland and then Lauer. It's just, again, it's unfortunate. No Bassett, no Barrett, no Barrios, no Bichette. You would love to go Bassett here. And you got to go Varland. It's a strange decision. Varland and then Lauer.
I'd say.
I'm with, and it's over 9-3 Tigers. We'll see you Friday. And I'm with Vasgersian. I don't know how you're going to get all these outs against this Yankee lineup that's hot and in this ballpark and the guys who you're throwing. Good luck.
Right. How about this angle? Steve Mackin wrote about this today at VSiN.com. The last 4 Major League Baseball postseasons, very good for people betting the over. 90, 83, and 1. Overs have produced a return of 24 units, an ROI of 14%. And he pointed out, play the over based on this trend in all 4 of the games. Tigers, Mariners eventually flew over. Cubs, Brewers was 4-1 right away in the first inning. I bet the Yankees team total over 4.5 minus 104. I would be, I guess, expect the unexpected here, but is Nola going to go out and pitch an absolute gem tonight? And the Dodgers don't get to him? That seems very unlikely.
Hits allowed is moved 3.5 now.
Yeah.
Heavily juiced to the under. The outs remains the same, 8.5. We got a number? They put the Scooble hits allowed is 4.5. They put the game up already?
Give it another minute, I'm guessing.
Detroit's $1.30.
Yeah, that's where that opened up in game 1.
Okay.
So that would, but they took some money, but
Cam is 3.5. The 3.5? Yeah, 3.5 hits allowed. I think he's going to go 5 or 6.
Well, here's the thing, man.
I'm certainly not expecting what he did last time, but I got a lot of confidence in this kid, even though he's got bad numbers against Toronto.
Now, that's a fascinating handicap, right?
Yep.
Because I told you that tweet from Buster Olney in the first hour of the show where the Toronto Blue Jays hit 20 foul balls off Schlittler the first time they played him. They hit 24 foul balls the second time. This is a team that struck out the fewest amount of times in all of Major League Baseball this year. They're incredible against righties as well. So that hits prop, to me, for a team that's going to be making that much contact, will they have enough, luck with the batting average of balls in play? Because they're going to put balls in play pretty much. You would think, anyway, the numbers hold up here, they're going to be putting balls in play, although he throws 100 miles an hour. Will there be enough of those to drop 4 times in for a base hit? And will they not be all in the same inning so Schlittler doesn't get yanked? Because what if it's like...
He's not going to go 5 innings? 14.5?
No, that's the whole thing about that. The handicap here is, when does Boone say, that's it, it's an elimination game, I got to go to the pen? I don't know. I mean, I would think that...
That pen. He's been watching September? Has he watched the second half of the season?
Oh, did you watch last night?
The
bullpen was amazing last night.
Yeah.
And Rodon stunk.
Yeah.
So if they get to him in I would even say, doesn't have to be that drastic tonight.
What's your definition of trouble? Get everyone up? I'm a little concerned.
3 runs by the second inning?
I thought this was crap today, what we just watched. Thought it was ridiculous. 3-0, bottom of the 5th. The guy gives up a hit. Then Miller retires the next hitter. Then there's a double. And then they take him out. And now your season's on the line. It's that's not trouble. To me, that's nothing to worry about.
Right. But you know what I'm saying, though, right? If they don't strike out and they hit all those foul balls off of him, so clearly, the velocity's not going to bother them.
Yeah, right.
And they have enough balls that land, it's going to be a short leash probably for the guy.
Yeah. Well,
and
they can hit, no doubt.
Of course.
That was impressive last night. But to give it up like that and blow the lead, let's see what they're made of. And again, as Vasgersian pointed out, the home team's 13-3 between these teams this year. But I don't expect much out of Varland and Lauer to start. Can they at least hold them down, keep them in check, where they got a chance later in the game, and not lose it for you? Again, it's like the backup quarterback. You don't have to win it for us. Don't be the reason we lose.
Sure. No, we've talked about that angle with Aaron Nola. His ERA in the first inning this year is higher than 8. All he has to do is go through Ohtani, Betts, and Hernandez. Matt Vasgersian, by the way, brilliant breakdown 90 minutes ago. If you missed it, you can go back and listen to that before the game starts tonight in 45 minutes. You can get it wherever you listen to the Follow the Money podcast. But his numbers on Nola, what he throws, and how effective Betts is, and also Teoscar Hernandez, both those players against pitches that he throws. Good angle here. He brought up the total bases prop. I like the idea of the Dodgers scoring a run in the first inning plus 220, but Philadelphia is 12-27. You're down 14 units as a dog with Nolan in the last 6 years. So, some coaches in college football or the NFL, really good as a dog, not great as a favorite. This guy and this team, when they're an underdog, forget it. 12-27 overall, not great.
Mm-hmm.
And, you ride the hot wave with Yamamoto.
Absolutely. I'm not going to play the do theory here with the strong starts and the 24 scoreless innings without giving up an earned run. I think he's nails and goes deep in the game. And I think they get to Nola early and often. And then it's, go turn it over to Suarez and see if he can compete and keep it close. But I don't know if that's going to happen. And it's fascinating to watch what happens in the bottom of the first. Like, that's it, leadoff double, walk, whatever. Okay, sure. Immediately to the pen. 8.5, the outs prop.
Crazy.
Wild. But I think you have to look, because I see a ton of runs in this Yankee game. So I think you can get creative. I think Judge plus 410 for a double's good. I think you can look at these guys to hit doubles, which pays pretty well, as opposed to the home run. I think that's a better way to look at it with some of this stuff. And then the team total over and first 3 over. And I like that cool prop at Caesars, longest home run of the night, too.
Yeah, I bet Judge first at bat to be a walk.
Like that.
Plus 375.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I would say Vlad, too.
Yeah, he's 6-1.
That's a good price.
But both guys scored. Just give him the base. That's it. Let somebody else beat you.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, in this Brewers game, they have the top of the order up right now against Tyone. It's 4-1 Cubs. The over in the game is 9.5.
Priester got 2 outs.
That's it. Yikes.
They won 19 games in a row. 14 straight starts before the Reds game on that final weekend of the season.
Wow.
He got 2 outs.
Do you trust Milwaukee to come back and make a run in this game? You can grab plus 3.5 runs, or the over is like 9.5.
Yeah, they can come back. They can hit. They can get to the Cubs bullpen.
Yeah. And
I think Milwaukee can hold them down. So I would take the plus 3.5, and I don't think plus 480 isn't crazy. Look what's this, that's what Seattle was. Detroit to come back.
Right. No,
because he only went 4 innings against the Padres.
I'm going to be very surprised if they're held to like 1 run in this game. Like it happened right away in the first, and then Tyone and the rest of the bullpen holds them down to like nothing, unless they completely punt. There's a lot. That's third inning we're talking about here.
Yeah.
All right, let's follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Up next, first coach fired odds in the National Football League, and you can imagine how drastically his odds plummeted after what happened on Sunday. Find out who that is coming up next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Welcome in. Thanks for watching YouTube TV, listening Sirius XM channel 158, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio as well, any of our affiliates across the country. In 15 minutes, Matt Youmans on the program. He has a best bet in baseball, multiple in the NFL and college, and who he is looking at this week in Survivor contests as well. So we mentioned this. You can find this at a lot of offshore books. I think that you might be able to find them in certain states as well, at like some legal books out there as well. But at one of the prominent offshore books anyway, Jonathan Gannon, last week he was 33-1 to be the first coach fired. He's down to plus 750 after what happened on Sunday.
Wow.
It's a pretty big move.
Wow. They keep losing the close games, the walk-off wins, how we handled the DeMarcado situation, and again, they can't finish, can't close. Could have lost the Carolina game a couple of weeks prior.
Fined $100,000 for what he did on the sideline.
And then the epic meltdown. I think McDaniel should still be the favorite because they just blew a 17-0 lead. They couldn't move the ball in the second half. And then the owners ticked off and they had a, quote, heated discussion afterwards. Now they play the Chargers. I mean, they probably lose, but also is it by margin? They lose at home by 2 scores.
Yeah.
I think that could be it for McDaniel. Maybe the Tyreek Hill excuse could help him out, but I just think blowing a 17-point lead against Carolina.
Bad defense.
I think Dable's safe for a while because you're dealing with the young quarterback and now Neighbors is hurt.
Let me give you some odds movement on these guys, though, when you're talking about them. Because McDaniel, before the game against Carolina, he was plus 220. Now he's plus 115. Brian Dable went from 11-1 to 3-1 after the Saints loss.
That's not right. They were -5 in the turnover battle. They had an 11-point lead.
Isn't Dart his guy?
Well, yeah, but it's going to take time, though. It was his second start.
I understand that. Will the organization understand that?
I would think, yeah, at the end of the year. They can make a decision on him at the end of the year. How does Dart look and how does the offense look? But I don't think 2 games is fair.
I would think that the whole idea here of bringing Brian Dable back should have been established before this year even started. Right? All these young guys coming in, Dart a first-round pick. You knew that Russell Wilson was pretty much shot. I mean, come on. Your answer is Wilson and Jameis Winston. And Dable's a really good offensive guy. They just have a crappy roster. It's getting better. And, oh, by the way, they happen to enter the year with the most difficult schedule in the entire league. So I think it would be a mistake, but that's a pretty big odds movement there with him. Callahan's minus 130. He was minus 275 before the win against Arizona. There's an angle where if they don't come back in that game,
I think so.
He could have been canned this week.
Yep. If it was like it's supposed to be, 28-6, he hasn't dropped the ball, that's probably it.
We are forgetting that, again, they mustered, 120 yards in their previous 10 drives before that fumble at the goal line? They were a dead team walking. 3 and outs to begin the third quarter.
Coming off getting shut out against a winless team, and you change play callers. And then it looked like that. And then you got the gift. 2 gifts. 3 gifts. Ball off the face mask on 3rd and 8.
Yep. How about this? Stefanski's 16-1.
Now, how can that be?
What are we doing here?
Did you see our guy T. Rizzo nailed it again? He was asked, can Watson get in there this year? He didn't rule it out. Kind of dodged the question.
Yeah, he said, ask me about the Steelers, basically.
He's like, well, the rehab's going well. That's in play. Watson maybe later in the season. My God. And then they came
it'd be
out,
great.
He wouldn't say Sanders is the backup quarterback either.
Then who is?
What's his name? Zappy.
Oh, my God.
It would be Zappy. He didn't come out and say who the backup is. What a circus.
You know what I actually want to see now? I want it to get to the point of where they have to use Watson for whatever reason for like the final month, and he looks awesome. I would beg football gods to make that happen.
That would, win a couple of games, and it's
sure. He's lighting teams up.
What's Sanders' next act going to be? I mean, he's miming and not talking to the media after what happened. Now he's not even you're not even the backup after you couldn't start in the London game. I think Gabriel's got a shot here. I think he can be a good quarterback.
Yeah. Aaron Glenn's 33-1.
Ooh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. They are. I don't think it's getting enough attention how god awful that football team is.
Right, especially the defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I would not.
You got to give him the season though. You have to give him the season.
I would agree.
So
I would not bet 33-1.
Yeah. How about Raheem Morris? That's a good one. Big game Monday night. Can't wait. Good doubleheader. They lose that one and some other losses on top of that.
What do you think of Atlanta overall?
I think they should be good. They should be a playoff team or at least win 9 games. There's enough talent there. I think they are poorly coached. And also, it took too long with Koo, but that also hurt them. I think you can't. The Carolina thing just is an abomination.
Is it safe to say that my opinion of Atlanta is I have no idea what to think of them?
No, but they should be good, though, right?
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But are they at this point, 4 games in, coming off the bye? I don't know.
Should have been a playoff team last year. Choked it away. Cousins got hurt.
How do you explain? You went to Minnesota.
They swept Tampa last year.
You killed them. Then you go to Carolina and you lose 30-0. Like, what is happening here? I know it's a week-to-week league.
Let's say they lose Monday night. Then they go to San Francisco. So you're looking at 2-4. Miami, New England, Colts, Panthers, Saints, Jets. A lot of winnable games coming up.
Agreed.
He should be okay. But if they lose these games, though,
right,
this could be your candidate.
So I'm looking right now at VSiN.com, Steve Makinen's power ratings that he puts out every single week. Right now, per his numbers, right, numbers only here, he has Detroit. And oh, by the way, his numbers indicate that they are 2.5 points better than the next team in the league. 2.5 points neutral field.
It's been awesome. Misleading score last week. The touchdowns were in guard. The game was decided.
Would you agree that they're the best team in football?
Oh. The Arnold injury is huge.
I know. They've been dinged up again on defense.
If they win Sunday, I'll put them up there.
He has 3 teams tied for second, 2.5 points behind the Lions. And they are Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Buffalo.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I had them in my top 5 last week. I think that they would be probably out of my top 5 right now, but pretty close.
Well, it's also what's he factor? Is it right now, or is he saying Like, are you looking at these teams when they're all healthy?
I think these are right now.
I mean,
numbers.
that's because I would think the 49ers' power rating is pretty high if they get all these. And that's where Purdy's going to go again.
Yeah, right.
But still, even if it's Mac Jones, if I can get Pearsall back and Kittle back, and I got a healthy Williams, and I get Ayuk back, and I think I can cook.
Let me give you this now. The next tier of teams, so a half a point back behind Philly, KC, and Buffalo. This is where it gets really intriguing to me. He's got Green Bay, but he also has the Colts and the Commanders. Like, I think the Colts are real.
Mm-hmm. I do.
They are very close to my top 5.
Right. Punish the Raiders. Great job.
And he has them power rated equally to the Commanders.
Should have beat the Rams. Another guy dropping a ball at the 1-yard line.
Sure. Are you that high on Washington as well?
I think they're good. Yes, well coached. Yeah. I think the Washington covers Monday night. They will be a playoff team. I don't have a problem with that. How low does he have Baltimore? What do you do with Baltimore now?
He has them, well, a half a point ahead of New England, 1.5 points ahead of Pittsburgh and Atlanta. He's got them tied with Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
Now,
I still love this Rams team. They just gacked 2 games. They just gave away
Agreed.
2 games.
Huh?
It's unfortunate what happened. Bad coaching decisions, silly turnover. They had no business losing both of those games.
Yeah, don't we think Tampa is a long-term player here when they're healthy?
Yeah. I still think Denver's going to be a problem.
So do I.
Look at Denver's schedule coming up.
But
Denver could be undefeated.
But I also am not there with Bo Nix.
Yeah.
So that's concerning.
They blew the Colts game. I guess you said they had no business beating Philly, down 14 in the fourth quarter, but and they had 95% win probability against the Chargers. Better Picks, the daily fantasy app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download the Better app, pick more or less on your favorite player stats, and if your pick hits, you win. Right now, new users get free money just for signing up. No deposit required. And when you make a deposit, you can earn up to $200 in bonuses, year-round action, NBA right around the corner, soccer, MLB playoffs, golf, UFC. Head to better.app, BETR, or download Better in the app or Google Play Store. Don't forget to use promo code VSiN for your free money and deposit bonus today.
So if you don't do power ratings on your own, again, available, become a VSiN subscriber, vsin.com/subscribe. You can see Steve Makinen's, his numbers as well. He has 3 different sets of power ratings. And Tennessee at the bottom. How about this? Tied for the second worst team in the league. He has the Saints and the Raiders. Are the Raiders that bad?
So they talked to it. There's an article on ESPN.com that they're okay with Geno Smith.
I saw that today.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
How you got to contemplate? You should be thinking about a quarterback change here. Let's back Geno Smith.
There was a podcaster I saw who covers a team locally all over, and he said, "Trust me, they're not benching him. It's not going to happen."
Are you kidding?
No, he's close to the team. 100? I don't know.
Come on.
Youmans on the show next. Best bets, baseball, college, NFL, you name it. He's got it.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Final from earlier today. Tigers came back to beat the Mariners 9-3. I say came back to win. They were down 3-0, and nothing was happening in that game for them. And completely flipped like a switch. Cubs on top of the Brewers right now 4-1. They're playing in Wrigley, top of the 4th. VSiN host Matt Youmans joins the program now. Some best bets out of him as he is on the Progressive guest line. Hey, Matt, thanks for popping on here tonight. How have you attacked this Yankees game against the Blue Jays here in a pivotal Game 4?
Mitch, you threw me a curveball there. I thought we were going to talk about the WNBA Finals the whole segment. You know what? I've attacked this series. I bet the Blue Jays in this series at plus 130, and I had the Yankees. I had that game over 7.5 last night. I'm not going to bet the total tonight. I did bet the Yankees at minus 162, and it's going to be a bullpen game for the Blue Jays. That's pretty obvious. And they used 6 relievers last night, so most are obviously those arms are still available, but they used a bunch of arms out of the bullpen last night. I think the Yankees got their offense rolling here. After they fell behind 12-0 in Game 2, their offense has been pretty hot. And, of course, the Yankees used 5 relievers last night because they only got 2 1/3 innings out of Carlos Rodon. Here's what concerns me a little bit about betting the Yankees in this game. Cam Schlittler, who was awesome in his previous start, faced the Blue Jays in the Bronx on September 5th. Yankees lost that game 7-1. He gave up 4 runs in 1 2/3 innings. And also in his previous 3 starts before he got rocked by the Blue Jays in early September, he had gone 196 and 95 pitches. I don't think we're going to see the sensational outing by Schlittler that we saw a week ago, but I think it's going to be good enough for the Yankees to extend this series. So I do have, not a big bet, but I do have a bet on the Yankees.
All right, my friend, college football. They haven't played the toughest schedule, but a good job by Mullen here locally with UNLV. Actually, a chance to run the table. That Boise game doesn't look that difficult. What do you think of UNLV off the snow game, now laying 6.5?
Oh, you're right about that, Paul. You know, you look at that schedule and you say, hey, Boise's beatable now, so UNLV actually could be in play here as a team that could run the table. I think the Rebels should cover this number against Air Force. And I've watched the last 3 Air Force games, and that defense is a disaster. The Air Force defense has allowed 49, 44, and 34 points in the last 3 games. That's 42.3 a game. That Air Force defense has allowed 592, 535, and 519 yards in the last 3 games. That's 548 per game. And UNLV offense was not anything to write home about last week in Laramie. But again, that was in the ice and the snow. And that was difficult conditions. I really like the way Anthony Calandra, the transfer from Virginia, is playing a quarterback for Dan Mullen. And considering this Air Force defense is so bad and its offense can't put up numbers, it's tempting to bet over the total here. But with a high total, I'm not as worried about laying the 6.5 or 6 here. So I'm going to lay the points with the Rebels.
Okay. I wanted to play, my eyes were on that total overall. But then when I see it pop at 68, I'm like, okay, books have adjusted now on Air Force and how bad they are overall. Right. Indiana and Oregon, I'm absolutely fascinated by this game. It opened up at some spots, Ducks, 10? Money on the Hoosiers, and you agree with that?
So I'm a little bit concerned. If this becomes a popular public dog, I'm probably going to have to bet some Oregon money line or something here. But I do have Indiana plus 7.5. And last week, I was slow to pull the trigger, admittedly. I know a lot of times on our network, people like to act like they got the best number on every game. I did not get the best number on this game. Tim Murray asked me last week when DraftKings had to look ahead at 10.5 what I thought. And I said, that's too high. That number should be 7.5. Unfortunately, I did not bet the 10.5. Now I got 7.5. So a little bit disappointed in myself for doing that. But what you're going to hear when people analyze this game is that Kurt Cignetti is a bully. He beats the bad teams. He blows out the bad teams. But when he has to step up in class against Ohio State, against Notre Dame, against teams like that, the Hoosiers can't go toe-to-toe with the heavyweights. Well, I'll tell you what, last year, Indiana was not as good. That team was not as good as this Cignetti team is. The quarterback last year is not as good as Fernando Mendoza is right now. Mendoza's got 73% completions, 16 touchdowns, 1 pick. Really only played, let's say 2.5 opponents. Iowa, Illinois, Old Dominion is decent, but Iowa, Illinois, the Big Ten opponents so far. But what I'll say about the Hoosiers, they lost to Notre Dame and Ohio State, and they got manhandled up front in those 2 games. But guess what? Notre Dame and Ohio State played for the national championship last year. It's not like those were 2 bad losses. I think the Hoosiers can hold their own in this type of game, and a big part of it is Mendoza. He's a better quarterback than the Hoosiers had a year ago. They've got big-time playmakers at running back, wide receiver, and they've got a better defense, a little bit better defense than they had a year ago. I'm a little bit, I guess, hesitant to say I'm strong in this game or I'm really confident because it's the type of game you feel like Indiana could hang in for, 3 quarters or 3.5, and it could get away from them and they lose by 10 or 14. But I do think Indiana is legit. It's probably going to be a playoff team, and I do like the Hoosiers a little bit in this game.
All right. A lot of times you like to buy on bad news. Are you doing that here with Miami Dolphins?
Okay, so I was just talking with Nick Bogdanovich about this game, and it's tempting to bet the Dolphins is an ugly dog here, catching 4.5. And I got a bet on it, but it's a small bet, and I'm really I might end up regretting this. Here's the problem. If you watched Mike McDaniel press conference recently, and I know you guys have.
Yes.
The incoherent babbling by this buffoon really concerns you when you're looking at betting on the Dolphins. If McDaniel walked into a Del Taco and interviewed for a job today, I don't think he would get hired. He just looks. I don't think he would. How's this guy an NFL head coach? And the Dolphins are a mess. But if you look at the Chargers, they've got all sorts of injuries on the offensive line. Justin Herbert has no time to throw. Now the rookie running back, Omari and Hampton's on injured reserve. So you're down 2 running backs. You're down Khalil Mack and some other defensive players. Chargers are a beat-up team. This is a tough spot going on the road to South Florida. And it's really a much better situational spot for the Dolphins. If I had a little bit more faith in the coach, I'd be stronger on this play, but it's just going to be a small play for me here on the Dolphins plus 4.5. It's hard to bet McDaniel against Harbaugh.
What a spot this is on the schedule on Sunday for the Steelers off the early season bye at home to a team in Cleveland coming back that just played in London, no bye here. Mm-hmm. So are you on Pittsburgh this week?
This might be the strongest scheduling spot of the year for any team. Like you just mentioned, Steelers off a bye, Browns coming back from London. And by the way, Mike Tomlin, 14-4 off a bye, and the Steelers have won 21 straight regular season home games against the Browns. You can almost stop there. But you got Dylan Gabriel, rookie quarterback, making his first true road start. I didn't think he looked great last week. And Aaron Rodgers is playing okay. About what I expected to see out of Rodgers so far, 196 passing yards per game, 8 TDs, 3 picks. The problem for the Steelers, they can't get much on the ground. They got 3.3 yards per carry. I think this is the type of game the Steelers grind out. I'm going to ask you guys, I'm considering the Steelers for one of my survivor plays this week. What about you?
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I had this game I had this game circled like 2 weeks ago when I was looking at the schedule.
Have you used Washington?
I have not used the Commanders yet.
Okay.
No.
I know where you're going. I just think it's a good spot. I could see Garrett putting it on Rodgers. Turnover, fumble, Cleveland wins an ugly game. Mm-hmm. But that's the one thing that would worry me. But you got to love the spot. I totally agree. What do you tell us about the Friday Football Invitational? Well, the Iceman's right back there near the top. Chuck Edel is up there in the top 5. Mm-hmm. Pimlico Frank Caruli is the leader right now. How about Pimlico Frank? Got to give this guy his props. He's been dealing with kidney stones for a month.
Oh,
and he's fought, yeah, for a month. I just saw him today, and he was staggering home from the hospital with a big bandage on his arm. I said, man, that's impressive. You've been fighting through the pain of kidney stones for a month, and it's not hurting your handicapping. He's in first place in this Friday night contest right now. The Bear, Chris Felique, is having a really strong football season. I know the Bears doing well in the Westgate College Football Contest. He's in second. Jason Jarvis, the 2-time top 10 finisher in the Circa Million, in third. The Iceman, Kenny White, and a team of Frank Betty and Anthony Curtis right there. We got a really strong top 6 in the contest on Friday night right now. Jim Feist and Chris Zinuk, I should got to pronounce it correctly. Feist and Zinuk, each 6-1 a week ago with a best bet winner. And Jeff Whitelaw, the Hall of Famer, from the Hall of Fame to the Hall of Shame. He went 0-7 last week.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's trying to bounce back. I just saw him out of Dom DeMarco's for lunch today, and he's embarrassed. He's looking to bounce back this week.
All right, Matty. Thank you for the time, man. Good luck this week, okay?
Okay, you bet. Thanks.
There you go. Matt Youmans, VSiN host on the Progressive Guest Line. Brewers got one across here. But that's it, man. They had ducks on the pond in that inning.
Guy thrown out at home.
That doesn't help.
Yep. Tough. We'll see Matty tomorrow on the pregame with Eagles and Giants and DeMarco's Pizza and a plethora of props tomorrow. Going to be fun. Looking forward to that.
I have ordered and had pizza delivered from there several times. It's awesome every single, and I try a different pizza like every time.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. I think we have a loaded in-pocket plays coming up next, right? A lot of bets to get into. We shall run them down here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Nope. 5-1. Nope. 10-1. You're on.
All right, rocking chair winner with the Yankees game over. Ton of runs in that game, 6-1 in the second. And I know the Blue Jays let one get away. That's going to come back to haunt them. It is a contrarian play. You take the Blue Jays. I'll tell you that. With the throwing the opener and going Varland and Lauer against Holy Schlitt. Boy, they do a great job, the New York Post, don't they? The headlines, incredible. Fitz gave me that as a gift of all-time best headlines ever in New York Post history. As a great,
that's a book?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fascinating book, yeah.
That was excellent. To the new plays, and Mitch is right. This is just a fun day with the 12, 2, 4, and 6 starts. All elimination games and all the props. So 4-2 Cubbies, bottom of the fourth. We're ready to go. 10 minutes, Yankees. And then behind that at 6, the Dodger game. Let's go with the Yankees team total over, 4.5. I'm with Vasgersian. Ton of runs tonight. Yankees to win the game. No, this is moved, but Nola over 2.5 hits allowed. The outs prop is 8.5. Incredible. And Guerrero to walk. $1.10, $1.20 now. Depends where you shop. Caesars, it was plus money. Can't pitch to this guy. Just like Judge. Now, Judge is like 240. But Guerrero going deep 3 games in a row. He's dialed in. Make someone else beat you. And I know it's Cam. He's got a lot of guts and moxie and going to bring the heat. But I think you got to put this guy on tonight and pitch around him and be careful with the way Vlad is going.
All right, Pauly, good luck. I had Rodon over 4.5 hits last night, plus 102. That got there. That's the thing with the Blue Jays. They make a lot of contact. I think we're going to see the same thing again tonight. You know what? I'll run down that tweet for Buster Olney here before the end of the show again to remind people of what it was like for Schlittler against the Blue Jays in 2 of his appearances this year. And so that one got there. That was a fascinating game, man, to take in. I didn't even see what the Yankees were when it was like 6-1 Blue Jays. Did you?
I did not look at that. That escalated quickly, though.
It really did.
You know, the silly errors, and you're thinking, okay, 6-2, it's all right. And then with 6, then the home run tied, and then it's madness, and the stadium's up for grabs. All
right, so moving forward here with a lot of bets that we have on tonight's action. In progress right now, I'm on Jackson Cheerio, over 1.5 total bases. Really good numbers in a short sample size against Tyone. That has not gotten there yet. This one has. Yelich over 1.5 total bases, plus 150. He doubled to lead off the game. Now, I understand this game's going on. I said I had these bets to begin the show today. I also put them on the VSiN website last night. Like this one, Enrique Hernandez, great numbers against Nola. So I'm not going to go total bases. I went hits, runs, RBIs, plus 135, over 1.5 against Nola in this game. We got a great email from Eric, ftm@vsin.com. He reminded us that Hernandez plays incredible baseball in the postseason.
Yes, he does.
He's 75-1 NLCS MVP. He's 150 World Series MVP.
All right.
Unsung hero.
Yeah.
Kind of, dude. I'm with you. I'm on the Yankees team total over 4.5 tonight. It's probably not going to go well here for the Blue Jays pen game that they're going to have throwing. This is a great nugget that you can find on VSiN.com. Game starts here shortly. Jonathan Davis. He writes about hockey throughout the entire year.
Is it Matthews?
It is.
Good job. Yep.
I'm on Austin Matthews.
Yep.
Over 3.5 shots on goal, minus 115. There's no Marner. It's his time to really shine now. But also, if you go back, like he comes out and plays with urgency to begin the year. Last 6 years in his first game of the year, shots on goal, 6, 8, 5, 8, 7, and 8. So I'm playing him. I also played the Dodgers-Phillies year feed. This will probably come down to the Dodgers because Yamamoto's been so good, but I'll take the top of the Phillies lineup. Combine that with Ohtani, Betts, Hernandez against Nola. Again, first inning ERAs, 8+. And that's plus 110 on the year fee. I did talk about other bets today I was also making on the show. Like I have Judge and I have Vladdy first at bat to draw a walk. Judge plus 375, Vladdy 61. But I realized that they didn't take a bet on it. So it was a very small bet. So not even worth telling you, hey, go and bet this tonight. You're going to make a lot of money. You won't because they won't take a big bet on it anyway. So I don't think that's fair. I love what Roxy Bernstein said when he was doing Major League Baseball win totals years ago with Gil Alexander on VSiN.
Roxy Roxborough.
Who did I say?
Bernstein.
Well, I said the play-by-play guy, Roxy Bernstein. I used to work with Roxy Bernstein.
Yeah.
Roxy Roxborough, my God, longtime odds maker. He said, now, when I give out these Major League Baseball win totals, keep in mind all these bets are worth at least $10,000. So, like, he won't even give out a bet and tell you I like it unless it's like that much money. Like, they took like pizza money on these. Why even offer them on the Judge and Vladdy stuff? Bothers anyway. So
Feel your pain. Vegas Golden Knights at home tonight. First period. Over 1.5, only $1.20, and goal in the first 10. That's been good for a while. I don't mind that tonight. Vegas jumps on the Kings right away. Think you know sports? Start getting paid for it with Better Picks, a daily fantasy sports app where your sports knowledge turns into cash. Sign up today. Get a free $10 and no deposit needed. When you do deposit, you'll earn up to $200 in bonuses. Plus, they're giving you $40 for every friend you bring in. Download Better in the app or Google Play Store or at the Better.app. Use promo code VSiN for your free money deposit bonus. Better, BETR.app. Get it now and code VSiN. Up to $200 bonus.
Yeah. And don't forget that the betting guide is now out for the NBA here at VSiN. You can go check it out, vsin.com/subscribe. The write-ups and the breakdown, Zach Cohen on the teams, the Kelly Bedlin stuff with the NBA alternate win totals, dynamite. His tips on betting this league in play, very good as well. And Jonathan Von Tobel with a lot of writing in there as well, including a bunch of his players that he's going to attack with awards this year. And he and I talked about that yesterday as well on our podcast, Pod of the Futures. But you can go check it out now, vsin.com/subscribe, $9.99 for the first 30 days. Get the betting guide. Looks brilliant, too. And the guys did a great job with it. Are you seeing anything else, like for Tigers, Mariners, or I guess that total's already down to 6 in the game on Friday?
Yeah, it's 6. Detroit, $1.30, total of 6 at DraftKings, 6 under -120.
6 under -120 now.
You go Kirby, and then you can maybe Castillo behind him. How you want to work it?
You could do that, yeah. Because if they win the game, then you have no problem whatsoever coming back with Gilbert in game 1 of the ALCS.
That one was tough today. That is tough to take.
I know.
You haven't made the ALCS since 2001. You're up 3-0 in the 5th, and Miller's cruising. Couple hits, take him out.
I really want to see.
Horrendous.
I just want to see what that ballpark looks like.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
With the fans, man.
Well, that'd be something. That's a story. They can beat this guy 4 times in the season.
Yeah.
Hopefully Polanco goes deep a couple times. But they torched him in one of the games.
They got I think 5 runs off him, something like that.
Yeah. So that's a tough one to take, just like the Blue Jay fans. So you were thinking, hoping Toronto, Seattle, ALCS, and then not so fast, my friend.
Well, Pauly, I was briefly on X last night during the game. The trash talking that I saw from either New York haters or people who were on the Blue Jays in the game, or pro Blue Jays people anyway.
Oh, that it's over?
Oh, 100%. I was like,
thing?
Okay, let's dial it down here. It's not looking great, but hold on here.
Okay, take out the Dodgers. Who's the best team when healthy?
Mariners.
You think so?
I do.
Oh.
I think they're awesome. So, but they're so frustrating.
I know. But I still think Toronto's tough with that home record, and then if you have a healthy rotation.
It might be them.
I go Gossman, the stud kid that was game 2, Bassett. That's pretty strong.
Fully healthy, and there you go again. We always talk about where's the respect for the Brewers. We didn't even mention them.
Yeah. Well,
best record in baseball.
I know. But I think they're playing. I like how they're doing this. I think he's doing a good job. Priester gave you nothing. You got 2 outs. You got Quintana in there now.
Yeah.
He can hold them in check. And if you tie it up or get another run, you can go Miz.
You might be able to come back and win this game.
Yeah. Hold the Cubbies to 4. They did in game 1. They got 3 in the first and nothing the rest of the way. They got 3 in the first here. They added, was it 4? No, they got 4 in the first and haven't scored since. So bottom of the 5th, for the first 5 cashes on the Cubbies. But I think they can get to this Cubs bullpen.
That was a big inning there by Pomeranz because he struck out a couple of guys, including Cheerio, and was that Terang there to end it?
Yeah.
That was the top of the Brewers lineup, so that was a big one there. Had to have that.
Well, so I want to see if the Phillies can get these star players going against Yamamoto. Because Turner, Schwarber, and Harper have done nothing.
If they win the game,
that's big.
What's the pitching matchup for Game 4?
Well, it depends what it. Yeah, but I imagine they go to Suarez though today, right? So,
based on Nola's numbers right now.
Yeah, I don't know what do they do. I have no idea.
Well,
Dodgers are set. It's already announced. It's Glass now.
He's going to go?
Yeah. Phillies might be all hands on deck, bullpen game, whatever.
I'll tell you this. If the Brewers come back and win this game and don't use Mizorowski, would you use him right? Remember, he blew away the Dodgers for like 12 strikeouts in that one appearance. I think you'd have to start him in that series, would you not?
I like it. The way Priester looked, yeah.
All right, stay tuned. Primetime next for 4 hours. It's going to be a great show with Matt Brown and Mike Somich. Wake up tomorrow morning, VSiN by the books. Dave Ross, Jensen Lewis. Good luck with the bets tonight. We'll see you.